the other will have to go on through the loser's side. We're going to hop right into this match. Kazuya versus Lucina, game number 1. Let's get it started right here, right now.
This is a best of 5. We're going to be going to small battlefield to start it off. Of course, the platform is going to give Tyranks a little bit more room to land. And of course, Nito, no matter the stage, going to be looking for those Wavedash in electric. Speaking of the tournament Wavedash, that Kazuya Wavedash can be so good. But Lucina is going to play very, very well against the lack of range that Nito is going to have with Kazuya.
Oh, for sure.
Hoping to see that here.
Oh, no, but one mistake, that can actually... Oh, it didn't mean to input the second one, so that's going to be a huge miss opportunity, and you don't want to give those to Tyranks. They perform so well with it, so trying to call it out with that Dragon Punch, but Rage Drive is available. Burn's already one use of it, and now has to be in this really awkward recovery game. Tyranks snipes it out. Nito staying alive, but not for long. Able to secure it out there. Tyranks drawing first blood.
Yeah, the consistency from Tyranks, not only in the disadvantage, but the advantage is going to be that it's so difficult to get away from Kazuya. You have to go for those very simple recoveries, and Tyranks is going to be there with a back air and a forward air, constantly rinsing and repeating, but Nito's just throwing out moves. He needs to make something happen.
Really needs to, and honestly, you know, that Dragon Punch, it didn't feel that strong. No, like zoom in, so probably got the weak part about it, but finally sneaks in there. Finally able to secure it out there with that electric wind god fist on that magical percent, but Tyranks gets rid of it immediately, and once again, Tyranks has been super on point with these edge guards. Can they finish it off? No, not just yet. Nito's going to be staying alive.
The way that Nito has been playing the disadvantage is going to be paramount to their success against Tyranks. If you can get away from Tyranks and the onslaught of ledge pressure and edge guarding, you can get a lot of those really great combo Kazuya 0 to deaths we've been seeing all over Twitter. Nito's one of them that's pioneering it with the box as well. The consistency is going to be scary, but the consistency from Tyranks is just as important with these ledge traps.
Yep, and look at this. Look how menacing Nito is with the forward, and that Dragon Punch calling out once again. So Tyranks in a really awkward position in the up air. Air dodge burn stuck on this land, almost gets it out there. The electric immediately turns it around, but misses the up air. That's a huge missed opportunity, and Tyranks, last time Nito gave it, able to secure it out there, but this surely will take it with that Dragon Punch. And there we go, the upper gonna be able to take it, but Tyranks once again on the advantage state, 59%. Nito gotta make something work.
Juggles are going to be so important, but getting hit with a grab is something you don't want to see versus Kazuya. Those grabs are going to lead into those crazy kill confirms at basically any percent. Tyranks able to get away. The back airs coming out. The landing mix-ups are so important. Electricking the up-down air now. Tyranks has to mix it up more and more.
Now you need to be careful because Rage Drive is active now, so a lot of percents to work with. But remember, the Rage Drives have not been really well in this favor because Nito has not been able to hit it. But there we go, electric lens, but let's get the sweet spot. So here we go right now. A little bit of a scramble situation back onto the home, this center stage, but Nito really searching out there, but I love the willingness to stay down, but you gotta stay grounded, you gotta be careful. Oh, the electric's gonna miss out, that fair calling off the jump. Oh, the Rage Drive is still there, BJ.
Nito takes it with the Rage Drive. It is so difficult for Tyranks because if you do not get those kills before 100%, you're gonna be hit with the Rage Drive, and there you saw it with no shame, out of the corner, Tyranks putting on pressure. Nito says, "You are mine," takes the stock with the Rage Drive. That is so important for Nito. That armor through is going to be absolutely amazing at getting away from those situations. We're getting a little bit of a replay from another set, but
you can't do chase dirty like that.
There we go.
There we go, back in time, but that was a really good catch there and able to do it out there.
Covering the forward air landing. You're seeing this where Tyranks is going for a lot of buttons on landing, and it's not working out.
And especially like the edge guards that Tyranks has been on point, super on point. You have to be paramount on it, and Tyranks is no stranger to these situations. And every single Rage Drive missed. It didn't work out. Actually, Nito died plenty of times over it, but it was the one time that you mess up, the one time you slip up, armored right through and gets the Rage Drive confirmed. So we're gonna have to right into game number 2. That's kind of the difficult part about this matchup. You got to be pinpoint accurate, and Lucina, you got to be that. You got to live on that knife's edge, but Nito able to secure it out there with that clutch.
Crashing back and forth, going back to small battlefield. Tyranks down a game, Nito up 1. Running back and forth in the neutral game. That's going to be so important. Who can get the first kill? Who can get the open up? And Tyranks wants more than just a poke. He wants those pop-ups. He wants those nairs, those up airs, those up tilts. And speaking of pop-ups, that's going to be really important as well. But Tyranks, very good DI to get away from the platform. You do not want to be put on the platform.
Dolphin slash. I mean, that vulnerability, and they'll have a little bit of charge up on there, try to get the optimal percentage there, but the up smash not going to work out into that up air. Really good stuff. Shields it out there. Great patience. Dancing Blade to get Nito off, and can Tyranks finish it off there? Great stall using the laser. Look at the patience on both of these players, and now Nito has the stage control and Rage Drive lands the electric. It's going to be the auto turnaround, but no, too many hits, and now Tyranks doesn't have to worry about the rage drop, but you still got to be careful of how many moves Kazuya can put out.
No matter how much people say it, you need a little bit of precision on the punish game as Kazuya. You're not just going to be able to throw out a bunch of jabs. Eventually, it's not going to hit, and you just waste some time. Tyranks able to get away. That parry, though, very important. Putting back into a ledge trap situation from coast to coast from the west to the east. On an edge guard, gets a border and techs the uppie. That's a really hard uppie to tech because it doesn't have a lot of hit stop. You just have to like know, okay, I need to immediately hit shield, and it's really scary to buffer.
Armored right through using the command
armor's
grab.
important.
Yeah, really good stuff. And I mean, like you said earlier, you have to be really precise on these, and really good tech by Tyranks to stay alive. And now, hopefully, have to secure it out there. The swap in there, I knew it was coming. The 1-2-3 gentleman, not gonna kill it out just right now, but Nito has the ledge trap. Oh, did that hit from behind?
Hello? I think Tyranks throwing out a button that made the hurt box kind of cross up through Nito and able to get a kill off of it. Hey, if you're Nito, if you're the Kazuya, you're going to take what you can get. The Mishimas don't complain about stock take.
Yeah, man, they'll throw you off stage, then they throw their kid off stage.
The volcano.
Yeah. The volcano incident.
Oh, that's bad, but somehow Tyranks has been DIing and mixing up the DIs enough to avoid these really long-winded electric wind Godfist combos.
Oh, it's gonna work out. Just boots Tyranks off. Oh my goodness, Spartan kicks him right into the block zone, but gonna be working out there. Great patience. I love the command grab. No!
Nice. Okay. So he went for the counter because he was anticipating an up B from the ledge from Nito, and instead he waited to get hit by the up B, but Tyranks said, you know what, I have time, I know the up B is very vertical. Didn't even hit Nito or give an opportunity, just took the stock. Really good patience from Tyranks to know, I can just wait and not hit him back to the stage.
And honestly, in this matchup, you have to be precise with those things. Like you said earlier, with Tyranks have to be precise, and the second electric expecting on there, but the DI mix-ups you were talking about earlier, PJ, it's working out, and Nito having a little bit of trouble. Well, we've seen this before when Nito's behind, all of a sudden, you slip up a few times and it's over.
105% the rage drive that took the game. Number one, Tyranks with a self-destruct. Such a big drop, had so much control at 35% Tyranks, but Tyranks choosing the wrong option, goes for the down B instead of the back air, and that's going to cost you.
I should have said that. I was just like, wow, you can still die. You got to be precise, and now Tyranks doing there. But
precision is the name of the game for Tyranks in this matchup, and I think that's just kind of how we're going to move on from, or continue on in the meta of Ultimate against Kazuya, is precision. You need to play these characters that can really put the hitboxes out in the correct spots where you're not going to be risking yourself. And you're seeing this where Tyranks is playing that spacing game, but as soon as Nito gets in, it's so scary. You're taking so much percent. Saw that here, goes for the forward air, utilizes the double jump there to go for the counter instead of going for up B.
He accidentally burned the
double jump. Yeah, instead of going for like a down B sooner, he fastball double jump. It's just so many things going through your head. You know you need to double jump, you know you need to get back, but you also want to put a counter out. It's just too much.
You think it's like when you think about so many things and then all of a sudden it just comes all at once. You're like, wait a minute. That's not what I wanted, man. But hopping right back into this one. Let me say, on this stage, this music is bopping right now. This is a banger, certified banger, and now the only thing banging right now is Nito throwing out this lasers, fighting those shots down. Really good stuff, and Ram Topper into this one because Tyranks, a lot of those small mistakes, unfortunately, when you go against Kazuya, they cost you the arm and the leg, and at this point, it's cost 2 matches so far.
Down tilts, up Bs, Tyranks, tempo checking Nito as much as possible. I know you're going to approach me, and I know I'm going to swat you away for it. And if he can continue this fly swatting gameplay, it's going to be so difficult for Nito to get in. 98% Tyranks going off for an edge guard. I like that forward air attempt from Nito to try to get a reversal, but going a little bit too low with that. Try to get some cheese there, maybe a wall tech situation, get a stock trade. That's 4 electrics from Nito. It's not ability, it's probability. If you throw out 10 electrics, one's bound to hit.
Yeah, I mean, lightning may not strike twice, but Kazuya's just simply built different, and the check as well lands the grab into that forward throw. Really good stuff, but the air dodge burn in order to get away from that one. Tries to get that forward throw with that kick, the drag punch, try to call something out there, but Tyranks being really smart, not approaching that, able to stay backwards, and now never tried to go for something out. The patient side Tyranks, PJ, like you said, you gotta be patient, you gotta be precise, because, if you don't, then, Kazuya, he hit you, and then you're gone.
You're gone. No matter what the hit is, Kazuya almost always has a follow-up to it, and the way that Tyranks is playing has been an absolute shutdown here in the back air. 3 stocks to 1. It's not over. Just because you're up on Kazuya, it means nothing. 1 electric is all it takes sometimes, but a very interesting misinput from Nito, but able to pick up anyway, gets the kill on Tyranks. Tyranks 2 stocks to 1 here. landing with a aerial. That's something that Nito was so good at with the Shotos, is conversions off of landing aerials. And you're seeing that where in his Kazuya gameplay, he also gets some really tricky cross-ups. Just more and more gets added to Nito's repertoire as he continues to push the Smashbox meta with Kazuya.
And I think also one thing that kind of speaks about the stage as well, Nito, both of them really benefit from having that platform, but Tyranks has been getting a lot more off it, using that delayed air, the delayed up air to try to catch all those tech opportunities. And now Nito on the back foot, Rage Drive is now active, but Tyranks only at 10%. This is looking like a really healthy thing to be with right now, but you gotta be careful, I mean, because Nito, with his Kazuya, can make those miracles happen because, oh, even the armor through, but now Rage Drive is out, 157, this is looking super good for Tyranks.
To quote every FGC commentator, you need to do this the old-fashioned way. And sometimes that's just all, you need to, you know, get something happening, get an electric, get a reversal off the ledge. That's not very old-fashioned if you ask me, but somehow gets it, trades with the Demon Scissors.
Oh!
There it is, what a pickup! Trading the up B with the scissors. Gets a forward air out, but now at 183%, Tyranks is opting for the pummel percent into a ledge trap situation. You need to find a kill, you need to find it fast.
No way.
Oh, he
knew.
For the up B.
He knew.
That's not a strong enough punish, so you obviously want an electric. You want some of those combo starters, but a landing back here will take it. Wow. That was scary.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kazuya and Min are the two characters where you never feel comfortable with the lead, you know, because they just hit you away, and honestly, that's a really stressful match happening right now, but oh, goodness gracious. That was something. I mean, I love the patience on Nito's end, knowing that the Dolphin Slash was going to happen by backing up, but like you said earlier, not the strongest punish.
The up air there, scooping the platform. You see, so that is just, that's layers of what Tyranks is developing in the way he's landing with aerials. So it becomes really difficult to try to scout out how to hit Tyranks because he's very willing to mix up what button he's hitting to land. So instead there, Nito tried to go underneath because he likes to land with down air, but instead Tyranks drifting away and back airing are just layers of gameplay that's necessary when you play a floatier character like Lucina.
Oh, it could have been also electric as well.
Oh yeah, that's true. If you got an electric, I mean, that could have definitely been the game. But
and especially the dash as well, because you didn't get the mobility while at it. So a little bit of missed opportunity there, but hopping right into this stage. And now only get there. The platform actually working out in the favor of Tyranks to avoid that sequence. And now hopping right into that one, the neutral. Tyranks was playing super well, but I think this stage can really work super well for Nito.
Alrighty, you see Tyranks running in and out, just trying to play underneath the platform, but that is going to be the stock. Nito taking it with the electric combo. The crumple is just so lethal. Tyranks has to make something happen, has to make it happen fast. You don't want to be bleeding out against the Mishimas. Another electric. Here's the platform tech chase, but Nito not drifting on to the stage fast enough.
Can't get it down there, and this is a nightmare. When you have to approach against Kazuya, and then you whip and you mess up like those sequences, doesn't get it there, it wasn't the correct hit, but is able to just turn around and just do it again?
Yeah, Nito is just absolutely dominant here. Tyranks has to push the envelope, and that's exactly what Nito wants here. The Kazuya is going to be so much better in those scrap situations than Lucina. Tyranks getting a little bit impatient. You can't play your patient game when you're down such a fresh 3 stocks to 1. That's really the forward smash, but not enough to kill. Kazuya is so heavy.
It's really heavy, and honestly, this thing, it's just looking so good. Able to get that hit. It's going to be not the sweet spot, though, so, but you have so much to work with. All these stocks and Tyranks. This is the final game as well. Worst possible situation. Now, Nito extending that little further. The 3 stock is on the board for Nito at this point. Strong hit from anything over there. He's just throwing out the rage drives like it's candy at this point. Does not care. Almost gets the spinning kick and that punch into the kick, but oh no, Tyranks, it's just crumbling at this point, PJ.
You can't be patient when you have a Mishima up on you. I mean, it's just so difficult. You're up 3 stocks to 1. Nito just basically needs any hit here to happen. Not a shield break there. Nito able to position their shield to get hit. Without the strong hitbox, 128% though, and uppy out of shield will kill now, so it's just so difficult.
Yeah, you were talking about statistics earlier, and statistically, that's a very hard mountain to climb. So Nito will be able to take it 3-1. Kazuya Mishima. Did you see he did the pose too?
And it was the wrong one.
I know.
Unfortunately. Hey, sometimes it happens. But Nito moving on in the bracket. Tyranks falling into the losers. What a killer losers. That's the Riptide. Or the Wavedash is the front. The Riptide's the losers bracket, because that'll sweep you up. Like, there's so many killers in the losers bracket, it's absolutely ridiculous, and Tyranks is going to be added to that list. Nito with a very impressive 3-1, with that game number 4 being anything but close. It was very different than game number 1 and 2, where, or 3, where Tyranks and Nito were very close. Nito just got the kill early, and that's all she wrote.
It really is, and now Oh goodness, it was just such. It looks so good until it gets bad. You know what I mean? Because like you're able to kind of just stay consistent. But the thing is like, yes, when you're Lucina, you're able to like kind of wall out Nito out. You're able to wall Kazuya out. But the problem is that you slip up once and it's over.
Yeah. That's all it takes sometimes. You see that rage drive was so important game number 1 and pushing you into the counter pick advantage. It's just so many things you have to account for versus Kazuya. But Tyranks, I feel like, was really, really confident until he wasn't. Until you lose that stock early, it just becomes so difficult.